If you've ever tried to follow a trendy diet, you've subscribed to a gym membership you barely used, you bought the supplements, you started a routine on Monday just to end up quitting on Friday, all because you wanted to have more energy, sleep better, eat better, have a healthier lifestyle, to invest in your longevity and finally feeling good in your own body. And yet, despite how hard you try, it seems like nothing sticks. It truly feels like you start all over again each time. If this sounds like you, in this video I will explain to you exactly why and what needs to change in order for you to make it work. I've been in preventative health for more than 22 years with my business in Switzerland, so I know something about women. I have worked with women from all kinds of backgrounds, from CEOs to stay-at-home mom, to healthcare providers, to office workers. The clients that made real lasting change, they all followed those 3 steps. Before I guide you through the 3 steps, if you haven't watched my previous video where I explained to you what's the number 1 mistake that everybody's making when setting goals, I advise you to go and watch that video and then come back to this one, because this one will make a lot of more sense if you watched that one before. But let me guide you through the 3 steps. So everything starts with step number 1, which is awareness. Awareness, simply put, it means you stop and you start noticing what's happening in your day, in your life. You start noticing habits, energy level, cravings, stress pattern, emotional restrictions. The point is, without any judgment. In order for things to change, we need to be honest with ourselves. So step number 1 requires us to stop, pay attention, and be truthful with ourselves. The point is, most women, they never slow down. We are on autopilot every single day. So we tend to repeat patterns, habits all over again. And most of the time you want to jump into fixing without even understanding. The point is that without awareness, you're just guessing. And if you ever thought about following someone else's example, your life is unique, your patterns are unique. The way you got to the point you are now, it's unique. So you need to understand yourself fully first. This is leading us to step number 2, which is consciousness. Consciousness is the step that helps us understand why we do what we do. In this step, everything clicks. You will start understanding and seeing how stress it's affecting your choices, how hormones influences your energy and your cravings, and how emotional load drives certain behaviors. In this step, it's where you stop blaming yourself and punishing yourself, and you start understanding yourself. Only now is where goal setting, or as I call it with my clients, intentional action, can really happen. In this step, your goals becomes realistic, aligned, and supportive, instead of feeling forced, exhausting, and short-lived. This way, all new habits are built on understanding, not on pressure. If you've watched one of my other videos, you'll understand that I'm a very practical person. So I'm gonna give you a practical example. Let's say that someone comes to me and says, Vanessa, I don't understand why I keep starting all over again. Nothing sticks. I cannot stick to this one routine. So basically, she's building on stress, willpower, not understanding. Once she starts from step number 1 and not step number 3, then she notices she's exhausted in the evening. She's overstimulated. She craves comfort, not discipline. She's taking care of everyone else except herself. Once she understands where her habits and patterns are coming from, then she can naturally shift into new habits and new patterns. Because if you want to create a system, a structure, a lifestyle that's unique to you, you have your own needs, you have your own energy requirements, you have your own taste. So everything has to be tailored to you and to your needs. Only through alignment that real change can really happen. This is why I always say to my clients, awareness and understanding comes before change. Especially if you're juggling different positions, like you have your job and your family or your parents, you have children, and so on and so forth. You want to be there for everyone else and everything else, but everything starts from your own awareness first. The key point to understand is that those 3 steps, they don't exist in isolation. They work best if you look at your health as a whole system. This is exactly the base of the concept of integrated health or holistic health. So you're basically looking at your body made of different elements, all work together, and once one it's out of balance, it's gonna affect, like a ripple effect, everything else. So that's why my method is based on 3 steps, so awareness, consciousness, and intentional action, for 3 pillars, which are physical health, emotional health, and cognitive health. If you want to understand how I apply my integrated method with my secret weapon with all my coaching clients for real lasting change, watch my next video.